Good morning, Cool FM family. We are coming to you live from Cool FM studios here next to Little Caesars in our little small plaza area with the man of the hour, John Berger.
How are you doing,
What's
Jared?
happening, man?
Not much. It's been an eventful week here in Sierra
A
Vista.
lot of good things going on in 5A sports here at Buena.
Oh, for sure.
Soccer team, girls soccer. Let's check that out. Actually,
I
wanna
did
see
cover. It was senior night at Loveless Field, so that was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and the girls were dominant. Let's just say it out, like right out in front of everybody. They are an amazing team. They
Yeah.
are number 7, according to Max Preps. They're number 7 in the state, number 2 in 5A, number 1 in the Tucson
So
area.
currently, what I've got right here is there's 3 in the 5A.
Oh my gosh!
That might change by, and then I was last updated yesterday at 12, so they went down one ranking. So they're still top 5.
Okay.
And top 5, well, usually top 4 will be guaranteed to playoff home games, just like our football team got this year. So some exciting times for Buena winter sports. They have just tore it up.
Definitely.
So far. And then our boys basketball had a barn burner of a game at Cienega on Thursday, the 30th. They ended up losing by 6 to, like I said, Cienega. Cienega was just had our number for some reason, and
Good
kept
team.
us. Yeah, they're a very, very good team. So right now in 5A, with that loss, we dropped to 11. We were in numbers 5 and 6 in that area, and we dropped five spots just from that loss. But we did win last night at home with a game against Micah Mountain, and we beat them by 14, 72 to whatever it was. I think it was maybe it was 8 points. I think it was a pretty good spread, and they had control of the game pretty much the whole way. So
is Booker still the leading scorer on the
gosh,
team?
that guy's tearing it up.
Yeah.
Well,
Is he a senior?
I believe so.
Oh my
right
gosh!
Right behind him is what's it, Miguel? No, not Miguel. Duran.
Oh yeah.
Duran's just lighting it up anywhere from behind the arc right now. So
his game has moved. So when I covered one of the Buena games, compared to last year, he has more mid-range and more three-point ability, and he plays better on the perimeter than he did before. Probably some good coaching and probably some good going to camp and stuff like that.
Absolutely,
that's the kind of stuff we always learned at camp.
Yeah. Mastering your craft, as they say.
Dude, for sure. Well, I want to talk about the girls' soccer a little bit more. I just want to highlight
Please do.
young lady. She's a junior forward, Paige Goodman.
Oh, man.
Yeah, freakish
you hear
athlete.
Her name a lot.
She had a hat trick, man, and she may have even gone for 4 in that game. I was looking and I could not find the box score. That's what I've been trying to pull up, and of course, some of that stuff's hard to find. But yeah, she was on it. Number 4, Haymore. Well, there's like 3 of them, and they all played very well. Actually, every one of the girls played very well. The goalie, stopped everything. It was a shutout, 6-0 shutout. Who else scored? They had a midfielder score. Oh, the other girl that's
so that was the game against Desert View?
Yes, Desert View. Sorry, the Desert View Jaguars were 4-9-1, and oh man, I just have to go and say those Buena girls were just. I mean, look at their season.
I know.
Just
9 right here.
9-0, 8-0, 5-0, 6-0. They were just on an absolute tear. So shout out to the girls soccer players at Buena. That was incredible. We also did a player of the week last week for the entire month. So it was player of the month. Rachel Thursby for Tombstone High School, the guard. So that was really cool. We got to interview her. Jeff got to interview her, and really smart young lady. And
Dad's the principal.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, really good basketball player.
Good folks.
The fun thing about watching her is she's ambidextrous. She can go right and left-handed.
Oh, yeah.
So, and there are many girls in basketball that are truly ambidextrous, and she really seems like she has that ability. Okay, what else are we gonna hit as far as
So
there's something big that just happened.
yeah. So shout out to Chris Kidney from Southern Arizona Sports. We're gonna have you on the show here soon, and vice versa. We're gonna be on his.
Oh, that'd be dope.
He's got a pretty little nice setup up there in Tucson, as like a podcast kind of thing. So right where we're at right now, the initial alignment has come out, and the initial alignment for Southern Arizona.
So let's preface this real quick. Southern Arizona has.
And I don't have 2A, so I can't give you 2A yet. But.
Right. Southern Arizona has 5A, has changed all the teams in all the divisions, and that just
shuffled a few of them.
Well, yeah, shuffled, made some of them into superpowers now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So right now, as we speak, I'll go ahead and do the 6A first. So the 6A for they call Region 1 is Basha, and you got Mesa High School, you got Perry, South Point out of Tucson, and Westwood. So that's 5 teams in the 6A Region 1, and South Point's got to play nothing but Phoenix schools because they're 6A. They did petition down. They were denied. So they were saying, nope, you got to stay up in 6A. You were in the playoffs for 6A this year. You went to the second round. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're competing pretty well. There's no way for you guys to drop to 5A.
Yeah.
So, thanks to AIA and Phoenix for not letting South Point back into the 5A. It would have really made a lot of coaches mad.
Yeah.
Including Coach Thomas.
What we're talking about is like a level of play, like trying to make sure everybody's on the same level. You don't want those, small school just doesn't have as many people to draw from. It's not that they don't have good athletes like we're seeing at Wilcox. Holy smokes, man. I don't want to go there too far, but small schools have some killer athletes that should be D1 athletes. So I'll let you keep going.
Yeah. So within the last few years, well, as long as everybody remembers, if you've followed Buena sports throughout the last 10 to 20 years, we've always been what's called the 5A Southern region. Excuse me. The 5A Southern region. It's usually by the book. It was always Cienega, Desert View, us, Sunnyside, and Nogales, or someone like that, or Desert View. So now 5A Southern is Cienega. Currently, right now, we're looking at Cienega, Desert View, Flowing Wells, Maricopa, which is in between Casa Grande and Chandler.
In our division, that's travel.
And they're going to be traveling in this area. Marana Mountain View, Nogales, and Sunnyside. That's the 5A Southern region. Now, we've always been part of that 5A Southern because it made sense for us to play more of those folks in that area.
Right.
And they're closer to us for travel and made more sense with that. The 5A Sonoran has usually always been people like CDO or Flowing Wells was in there, Ironwood Ridge, Marana, Tucson High. And now, excuse my language, here comes the craziness, the wildness of the 5A Sonoran region is now Buena High School, Canyon del Oro, otherwise known as CDO, Casa Grande, Ironwood Ridge, Marana, Tucson High.
Yeah, Tucson was hard.
And Vista Grande, which is a brand new, well, I'll say brand new because they are very new. I want to say they're maybe 7 years old.
New school.
In Casa Grande, another school that's on the other side of town.
Beautiful school, by the way.
And so they have 2 5As in Casa Grande. So we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 team 5A Sonoran region. 7 on the other. So we got 14 teams, John, in 5A in Southern Arizona that are just, it's going to be a crapshoot of who might do this year.
Well,
I mean, Desmond Roebuck leaving Marana. His brother's going to be there still as a running back.
Yeah, that kid was so fast.
Running
Oh
back.
my gosh,
So,
I actually thought he was better.
But you got Marana with their quarterback back.
Yeah.
Who threw for like 8,000 million yards.
Yeah, man. Those Roebuck kids, though.
Yeah. So I'm sure that some of those linemen are going to go, but they're going to go D1 or D2 out of Tucson and get out of here and play some ball.
Tucson, were they the people? No, CDO. Oh, no. Casagrande was the one with the 6'7" wide receiver.
Yeah. And he's back because he was only a junior.
Oh my god!
Unless he transfers somewhere, we'll see if he goes somewhere else. He may go to Chandler Hamilton.
Have him transfer down here.
Yeah, that'd be nice too. Come on down to Buena. We'll show you how to come off the ball hard on that edge,
dude. If Nash and them
play some offensive line and tight end for us.
Yeah, that guy could play.
You let him catch. Trenton can just focus on the one side of the ball next year. That'd be fun. Anyway, so big shifts in the 5A. Conferences, and we're looking forward to seeing what that's going to be. Now, this is across the board. This isn't just for football. This isn't for basketball and football. This is down the line. Every sport that is played here at Buena, they will play everybody in that region in whatever they compete with them against.
Right.
And with second year going into flag football, I think we're going to be a lot tougher competition with CDO, Marana, Tucson. They're all in our conference.
I mean, imagine the girls' soccer competing against them. You're talking football, but like every other sport is affected by that as well.
Now, I'll go real quick through 4A because even though 4A doesn't concern us, I mean, we might play some of these 4A opponents early on in preseason games.
Well, they're local.
So we're like 4A Gila is Choya Empire. Pueblo, and Empire went up from 3A.
Wow.
Rincon went down to 4A. Rio Rico, where we'll have somebody on for the new head coach here soon. Used to be at Tombstone. And Sarita. So 4A Gila is pretty evenly matched. 4A Desert Sky, you got Arcadia, Combs, which are a lot of Phoenix schools, East Mark, Mesquite, Boston Butte, and Snowflake. Nobody from Southern Arizona in that bracket. 4A Tucson, you got Amphi, Catalina Foothills, Douglas, Micah Mountain, Saguaro, and Walden Grove. Micah Mountain and Walden Grove in the same conference. Again, they're going to be battling out for the title.
For that size school.
Yeah, and then 3A East, which is more on this side of our state.
Our neck of the woods.
Yeah, Coolidge, Florence, which is way up above Safford.
Okay.
We're talking mining country.
Okay.
Up there by Morenci, by the big copper mine, and all in that region. You got Push Ridge, 3A East, Sabino, Safford, Santan Foothills, and Thatcher.
We've seen almost every one of those schools.
We've seen them in mostly wrestling currently.
Right.
That we've seen in the recent past, but that's a loaded 3A East.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I see Safford or Push Ridge coming out of there in football. Maybe Santan Foothills, but even Thatcher's a sleeper always.
Mm-hmm.
Thatcher's always got them corn-fed
Colossus
farm boys that just come out there solid as rock and tearing it up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all ends up falling for our arrangement down here with 5A.
Is that usually set up by the size of the school? I mean, I know it is, but like how much of the size of the school depends on how much they go up and down in division.
They've said that it's because of two things. It's population and it's competition level.
Wow.
And with Buena having some darn good football seasons in the recent past, they were like, okay, these guys went to the second round of the 5A state playoffs this year. We're going to throw them a bone, and we're going to, with CDO having to go up because their enrollment skyrocketed, so they bumped them back up to 5A. That's going to be some interesting stuff. I mean, we're talking 2 years removed from a 4A state title, CDO. Ironwood Ridge, always up there competing. Tucson, new coaching staff within the last 5 years. Well, not even that. It's been 3 years, and he's got that thing turned around. They were 9-2 going into the playoffs, and they
Jeez.
won the first round and then went into the second round and lost.
And that's another thing that I think we should highlight is going to the playoffs is a massive feat in all. Like, we talk about having a state championship as if that's the peak, and it kind of is, but it's also not always realistic. No matter who it is, like there's so much you have to overcome. Making the playoffs is really like for your location. That's the biggest honor as far as I'm concerned. Is getting to play for the championship. Maybe you have a good week or a bad week, or someone's injured or something like that, but your overall level of competition kind of fits in there.
Sure.
All right. So
the big game.
Well,
coming
so
up next
nothing
weekend.
left with college football. The draft is going to be coming up here pretty soon. I guess we'll. You're not really a draft guy.
Well, draft is a good 2 months out.
We got
through
some
the combine.
Oh, we got the combine. We got free agency starts.
We might have to go live with the combine in our little TV setup over here. Do a combine.
Oh, high school wise, Logan.
Yeah, I was gonna say that towards the end of the show.
Yeah, well, thank you. We need to.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it out, and preview it, get him hyped up so you guys can get in there and watch this evening at 5 p.m. out at Keith Hampton. You can come out there as well. It's gonna be beautiful weather this afternoon and this evening. Logan Seeley, he actually helps out here with Cool FM Studios.
He has he announces his own sports, like not just his own. Like he announces sports just like the rest of us. High school kid coming out and doing an excellent job of covering sports. Like he's got eyes on the game. He plays quarterback, he plays safety. He knows the kids too. Yeah, he knows all the other kids. So he's just a nice kid, but like he knows football. That was really fun so I worked with him on a playoff game up in where it was the Wilcox game, and I was like, okay, first time we've ever worked together. Let's see what you got. Kid was spot on the whole time. My feet were freezing. I nearly died, and he's just, no big deal.
So anyway, Logan Seeley has been playing for 4 years, excuse me.
He's a senior.
For Breen Academy. Had some incredible stats as a kick returner.
Good Lord, 50 yards per return.
Yeah, the guy could run. He just knows he's got vision like you've never seen on special teams. So he is going to have a signing party at 5 p.m. this evening, and it's going to be covered live by Cool FM.
Yep.
With Jeff Davenport and
I'll be there.
And John will be there as well with the 2x2 doing the camera and all that kind of stuff. So, and like I said, if you want to come out and shout out and support a local kid making it to the next level, we always want to make it as big as possible for these guys because they're not getting the coverage from the Tucson stations as much as
we get to be the local.
We get to be our local guys, local journalism that can get the word out for these guys and give them a good show and a good shove off, as they say, for him making it to the next level. So kudos to Logan Seeley and his family.
Part of the Cool F Empire. One of the employees here is going he's got a ton of offers. Okay.
It's gonna be exciting.
Now for the big game. This is the important one.
Don't get him going.
Dude,
folks.
I could talk all day. That's the thing is like when we do this, I have to shut my mouth a bit because I could talk Chiefs all day. So we've got Mahomes, who hasn't thrown an interception since what was it? It was the first week of the playoffs last season. So he's doing very well. His playoff statistics only get better than his regular season. That's what he does. I love him. Okay, so the trick to this game, though, I believe Mahomes is the better quarterback for sure. Hurts is injured, or not injured, but he's hurt. Dude, he's limping. You watch him in that last game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he ran for a big touchdown, but
There's lots of time between now and then.
Yes, and I hope he's healthy.
Lots of professional rehabilitation.
everybody limps with an ankle injury like that.
He's
No
one
matter.
of the strongest men in the NFL.
Yeah, and if your ankle isn't
He
attached,
squats over 600 pounds.
yeah, he's a freak.
And I saw him do it last week, so I don't think his ankle's that bad.
Okay.
Anyway.
Running back wise, so I believe it's Mahomes.
You'll see a little
Hurts.
trash talk here for the next 5 minutes, folks.
Okay, so
Go
this is where it goes interesting. So we know Saquon is by far the better running back. Ran for 2,000 yards in the
Over
season.
Pacheco? Who do they
Pacheco
know? They have
and
Hunt.
But did you see the way Hunt ran last week?
Hunt ran well against Buffalo.
Made contact and then just kept churning. I'm like,
where's this guy been all
yeah,
season?
oh, he's had a pretty decent season, but like he was wearing out at the end of the season. Like they didn't let him play that last game, so he had 3 weeks off, and he got his legs under him. It's probably his last season, but he is putting everything in.
He's been playing for a while.
I like Pacheco. I prefer Kareem Hunt as the running back. Leading receivers for both teams. So we got Travis Kelce, of course, for the Chiefs, but recently Xavier Worthy's been awesome.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that freakish catch over the top.
You can't cover him because he's too fast.
Oh, he's the fastest guy at the combine.
I can't wait to see. I hope we see Xavier Worthy versus Darius Slay.
Oh, for sure.
A beautiful.
Think about that Eagles defense. That's Darius Slay, Cooper DeJean, the other corner that's also defensive rookie of the year with him. It's
they're the first offense in the NFL.
Defense.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they have the best
defense in the NFL. Right
They're very good, just like they were a couple years ago when they played the Chiefs. A.J. Brown. I'm not a big believer, but you were talking about that's so.
And reading books on the sideline. Hey, I love it. He's
probably
self-improvement in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that's going to help, but Devontae Smith and Zach Ertz. I actually really like Zach Ertz. I wanted him to be a Chief, but
Zach Ertz,
the tight end for the Eagles.
No, he's from the Commanders.
Oh, that's right. So who is the tight end there? Is it Goddard?
Yes,
Goddard. He's pretty decent.
Yeah,
he's not that bad.
He's healthy again, and so.
So they don't have Ertz.
yeah. Ertz is coming back as a Commander.
Yeah.
Redskin. Hopefully soon we might see that happen. In the offseason, they might change the name back to the esteemed Washington Redskins, as we all know them.
If we're comparing receivers, I'd say Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown are the two top ones, but you've got the Chiefs with 4 wide receivers. They are actually
Hopkins,
finally stacked at wide receiver. At Brown. Like you could keep. There's like 4 wide receivers that are really good, plus the gigantic white guy, Watson. Oh, Schuster. That's number 4, and I love Schuster. Great hands, great blocker. Okay, as far as defensive and offensive lines, I'm taking the Chiefs' offense looks really good. They cannot block on that left side very well. They've been doing well recently. Like Tooney had no problem, but he's a guard. And did you see the forklift in the game and the Bills? Oh my God! Every time I see it, I laugh. I actually laugh out loud.
I could not believe that guy was
that defensive lineman picks him up like he's a ballerina, like doing whatever that thing is where they lay out flat, picks him off the ground and throws him at Mahomes. That was literally the coolest thing I've seen all season. That was not my team. But I freaked out when I saw that. I laughed so hard. Okay, so Chiefs offensive line versus the defensive line. So they got 2 All-Pro Pro Bowl defensive tackles. Jordan Davis and the guy that
you mentioned him earlier when we were off camera.
Stink was his name, man. Anyway, so two killer defensive tackles. The Chiefs have a good interior line. The problem is that left guard, left tackle now that Tooney, the All-Pro, is now the tackle. So, but the Eagles' offensive line is still. They're recovering from some things too. So the Chiefs' defensive line, I think, is gonna play like freaks. So they got Amenahue, Chris Jones, Mike Dana. I mean, you can go down that list, and there's a good player at every position.
Yeah.
Whereas, like on on the defensive line for the Eagles, they've got 2 stars. Like if you were playing Madden, they'd be 90 overall and stars on them. But they don't have anybody on the outside.
Sweat.
Oh, Sweat's pretty good. Sweat
bad.
is pretty good, and their linebackers are incredible too. But you look at the Chiefs, and you're like, okay, well, they've got Drew Tranquil, they've got Leo Chenal, they've got Nick Bolton. Their linebackers are stacked. Their defensive line is stacked. They got McDuffie. They got. I mean, when you go down their defensive backfield, their whole defense is stacked, and it's not a superstar defense. It's just like everybody's really, really good, whereas the Eagles have superstars on defense, and then they have holes, which is harder to deal with.
True.
So who do you pick?
I'm going with the Eagles. I'm sorry, but
I'm not.
No,
You're wrong all the time, dude. I don't mind.
It
doesn't bother me.
Wow. So. I just feel like they're clicking on all cylinders right now, and they might have an answer for Mahomes, and a certain team back in 2020 had Mahomes running for his life.
They did,
and
they smacked him,
and they ended up beating him. I can't remember.
Oh, it was like 31-7 or something.
Buccaneers? That's the only team that's beat him in the last 5 years.
That's
in
true.
Playoffs. So,
yeah.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
It was an unfortunate. Tampa Bay beat them. It was an amazing game. It wasn't even close. That's the saddest part about it. Like, it was just.
Of course, you had the super team with Gronk and Brady. It didn't hurt. But
I'm telling you, man.
Antonio Brown.
Gronk is one of the very best. I think Brady's a great quarterback, top 5 quarterback. Gronk is
best tight end ever.
Best tight end ever. If you put him at wide receiver, he's like
even over Kelsey.
Oh yeah. No. I think Gronk is the reason why Brady was good. That's my take on it. It's like he was awesome, or he was good, but like Gronk took him to the next level with his blocking, his receiving. Thank
God he played some good ball in Arizona before going to the pros.
Oh, that was so fun to watch when he was mauling people. I was living in Tucson at the time, and he was absolutely killing people. And then he was injured like his senior season.
Sophomore.
Well, so
he
his
left
seniors.
No, he left because they said you either go to the pros now and he had to have back surgery.
Yeah, that was
it. He had a minor back surgery.
But
it was just one of those little tiny things that just had to get fixed, and he got it fixed, and he was he still ended up having a 13-season NFL season.
He
NFL
played
career.
with broken hands. He played with like
he's got a steel plate down his entire forearm still.
Yeah, so
he's bionic.
He was injured all the time. Like they were breaking off legs, they were breaking off ankles, they were taking toes, and he just ran. It was like, I don't care. Body parts just falling off. It's like seeing one of those hoopty cars and the wheel starts like. You see like little parts falling off it. Anyway, but Gronk is possibly the greatest offensive weapon.
So who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Chiefs, I think. And, I kept saying that they're going to beat them by a lot, but I think it's going to be a 5-point win. And I think it's going to be close, and I think it's going to be intense, but I think it comes down to, I think it's like the Bills game this last time. Like they get the ball on offense and they don't end up finishing, because I just think that the Eagles will wear down at a certain point. They've got 5 offensive weapons, or they really got 3, but the Chiefs just have an answer for everything. Hey, there's Bev Johnson saying, "Fly Eagles, fly." God bless you.
Yes.
God bless you, Bev.
Woo! Let's do it, Bev.
I've been praying for the Chiefs, though. So, like, I think Mahomes got a little bit of Jesus juice talking.
That's fun. So my thing is I want to see a good game. I have a weird feeling that we're going to see an overtime Super Bowl again.
Oh no!
I want to see it.
Well, if it is an overtime,
I think we're going to get a late field goal. It's indoors. You got to remember. So you're in the Superdome down there.
Level playing field.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. We'll do a quick show, pre-game show on Saturday next week, and I'll bring a little surprise onto the show. Hopefully we can get Coach Bonilla. We're trying to get him here, and then we might have something else for that game. But looking forward to covering some more stuff, and come out and watch. Come out to Hampton Field this evening at 5:00 and watch the signing show for Logan Seeley, and shake his hand and give him his farewell and his props to whatever you want to give him advice, heading out to the next level.
Show him some love.
Just come out there and enjoy yourselves and enjoy the wonderful pre-spring weather. I think we're still going to get hit by a couple more cold spells, but it's supposed to be real warm this weekend, so get out and enjoy yourselves.
Warm, dude. I'm indoors wearing
it's supposed to be 78 tomorrow.
Thankfully, we're finally warming up. It's been 30 degrees. My little, oh, geez. We got neighbors, yeah. So we got a live show going on, so thank you.
Hold on a second.
Anyway, so we're going to keep going and...
Yeah, so sorry about the randomness, folks. You got to go with the best of it on live TV. So
I know, live TV, baby.
It's been a great show, John. Looking forward to.
Thank you. God bless you. I hope you feel better, man.
Oh man, it's just a little allergy stuff.
Yeah, allergies. I'm gonna start feeling those allergies too.
Stuff in the air, and looking forward to another good solid week of Buena Sports. We'll be covering some stuff.
Yep.
Down the road here in the next few days, and
keep tuned in.
Yeah, keep watching us, keep showing the love, and we'll see you on a pre-Super Bowl Saturday, next Saturday.
Sign up for the YouTube or subscribe to the YouTube so that you can see us on. We're going to start using YouTube Live.
And we're going to have our new and revamped golf schedule soon.
Yeah, we are on that.
Almost there.
Oh, first week in March.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, and thank you to Teddy.
Ed Morse.
Yeah.
Ed Morse. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. SSVC, all of our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You guys are interested in getting into sponsoring with Cool FM. We'll continue to give these kids our coverage as long as we get your support and show the love to Southern Arizona like we do and all the little schools around the area.
We love shining the light on the kids out here.
I mean, we got them all
Look
here
at this.
on our aprons. So
Pumas,
the Bulldogs. We got to get some folks from the other schools outside of Sierra Vista, and we have to get some athletes on here from
Cochise College,
different areas.
ALA,
so hopefully
Benson.
we can do that within the next. Maybe we'll have to reach out and see how that can happen. So looking forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in. If you came in,
God bless and take care.
Show us some love next time, and we'll talk to you guys soon. You stay classy, Sierra Vista.